One of the problems with religion, especially the Abrahamic religions such as Islam and Christianity, is that when you believe in these gods, you tend to think that things in your life happen because of this God. As if this God has a dial, and if you do bad things, he will turn up the curses on you, and if you do good things, he will turn up the blessings. There was a child born in India with massive deformation, and the entire community believed that this family has been doing bad things and upset a god. This happened just within the last few years. This is an awful psychology to possess or put on people. Unfortunately, this is also a religious trend. The Old Testament Bible is filled with these kinds of connotations. Here is the reality. When you subscribe to any number of these religions, you will most likely begin to feel as if your suffering or well-being is directly linked to your relationship with the God you worship. It is unfortunate for so many people to have this kind of delusion, and is why early Christians were burning to death thousands of women for imaginary witch crimes. This kind of thinking is in fact completely irrational. For example, my first cousin is a model Christian. He raises his family up with the Bible and attends church weekly. Living for and praising his God is at the forefront of his life, and it always becomes the main conversation point anytime I speak with him. Yet, he suffers with a chronic disease. Why is he suffering? The point is, whether you're an atheist, a Hindu, or a devout Christian, illness and misfortune will fall upon all without prejudice, and with no link to whether you have pleased or displeased a God. And no amount of prayer or religious affiliation with whatever God you think to be real will have any effect of outcome favoring one over the other. The recovery rate for a sick Christian does not differ from any others. You are living in a delusional state of mind if you feel otherwise. These delusions can actually become harmful when a religious person thinks that their God will fix or heal them, and rather than seeking professional help, they decide to pray instead. Luckily, most religious people will not fall that deep into their delusions. When it comes to their health, God becomes more like a silent or imaginary co-pilot. One thing that these gods are really good at is hiding from us. Most believers will even admit how God acts in such mysterious ways, and how you must practice faith. Faith is the critical component among Islam and Christianity. This God will not manifest in reality or in any kind of verifiable way, so emphasis is placed on how strong is your faith in these ancient magic books. And of course, with a strong faith, everything you interpret in life gets funneled through your God filter. Your successes and even your failures are credited to your God in some way. It is this type of strong or devout faith that is also likely to produce ill side effects. You might begin to separate yourself from friends and family members who do not share your faith. I have a follower and a supporter who has recently been shunned and distanced by her own father for becoming an atheist. He believes he is staying right with his God, but this is just absolutely awful. Aside from such unfortunate division, A devout religious person might also feel a strong dislike or become offended by anybody who speaks in opposition to what they believe. Now, of course, this may not be the case for everyone, but it is a widespread symptom of religious mentality that happens all the way up to entire societies and nations, whereas we begin to see conflict, saying, "You believe in this, and we believe in that, so we cannot be in harmony or unity." Most Christians and Muslims do not like to see themselves living in harmony with one or the other because they feel like this is a betrayal to their God. My friends, religion is a problem. It always has been. I like to remind myself how desperately hard my forefathers here in the USA fought to separate the church from state. They knew just how scary Christianity can become when it controls an entire population. We need to continue this work. Consider supporting pages like this one. If you enjoy these videos, I could really use a hand getting more reach and resources. Join me at patreon.com/Stairway to Reason, or click the support button right down below. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can play a part in this fight. Stay strong and wise.
I don't believe in masquerades. I don't believe that you're okay. I don't believe that God will save. Only you can solve your problems. I don't care what they say.